Welcome back everybody. Today we'll be discussing whether or not Luke Skywalker and Snoke will eventually face off in The Last Jedi. Now, had you asked me this question about a week ago, I would have definitely leaned towards a no. Why? Well, most of you are probably aware of the fact that it was rumored that Snoke would be a puppet in The Last Jedi, going along with the heavy leaning towards a more practical effects approach for the second trilogy that I think most fans are on board with. People just got fed up with the overuse of CGI. So if Luke Skywalker were to face off with Snoke, who would be a puppet, how would they make that scene even work exactly? It would probably look awkward and clumsy. So what has changed to make me reevaluate the possibility of a face-off between Snoke and Luke? Again, we must go to the recent set of articles Entertainment Weekly posted about the upcoming film. Let's take a look at a question posed to Rian Johnson, the director. But practical effects have been a priority for the new Star Wars films. So, will we see Snoke performed as a real-life puppet? No, it's entirely a mocap performance, Johnson says. The creature designer, Neil Scanlon, built a maquette that we had on set for lighting reference and to give the actors a sense of what it was going to feel like. And when we scanned that, Industrial Light and Magic used that in their renderings, but Snoke will be an entirely CGI creation. So that changes quite a lot. For the longest time, we've all been under the impression that Snoke would be a puppet, and that probably would have limited him to sitting on his throne or perhaps walking alongside Kylo Ren when they visit Mustafar. But nothing more advanced than that, I would imagine. But whether you're a fan of him being CGI or not, him being rendered in post-production opens up a lot more possibilities, such as making him much more mobile than he would have been as a puppet, perhaps even giving us the opportunity to see him in an action sequence. The good news for fans of the bad guys: we'll see more of him, and Andy Serkis will get to do much more in this film than he did in the last one, Johnson says. And that guy is just a force of nature. So I am assuming we'll get much more of Snoke than him just sitting around on his throne and giving out orders. How much more? Well, now we're entering speculation territory. We have this image of Snoke's Praetorian Guards from Entertainment Weekly, where they look like they're about to engage somebody in combat. The safest bet would be this is a scene from Kylo Ren's training sessions with Snoke. We saw Adam Driver practicing against multiple combatants in the behind the scenes trailer. We've also had this image of what might very well be Snoke's throne room. Apart from what looks like a throne behind the Praetorian Guard, you'll notice the blue tint on the right side of his helmet, which might very well be the reflection of a blue lightsaber. In the behind the scenes trailer, we also had Daisy Ridley practicing against multiple combatants. Does this place Rey in Snoke's throne room? And if Crate is believed to be the third act of the film, and we've seen that Rey seems to make it to Crate to help Finn and the Resistance out, how does she end up in Snoke's throne room? Is it at the very end of the film? If she makes it to Snoke's throne room, she's in way over her head, just as Luke was against Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. No matter how powerful she is, Snoke's been doing this for a long time, and her coming to him would be exactly what he would want. So this is all guesswork here, with what we have so far. If Snoke's mobility is not constrained by the limitations of him being a puppet, and Rey somehow makes it to his throne room by the end of the film, does Luke sense that she's in peril, and does he come to the rescue? The reason Obi-Wan warned Luke about facing Vader and told him not to go to Cloud City and help his friends before finishing his training was because he was a Force ghost. Luke is very much alive, and there have been rumors that the film ends with Luke and Snoke about to face off, as in the final scene is Luke igniting his lightsaber, roll the credits, which would be anticlimactic in my opinion, but it would follow a similar formula to how The Force Awakens ended, making us wait 2 years to find out what the hell comes next. Although I might have another possible explanation for Rey ending up in Snoke's throne room. It might have something to do with this scene here. Maybe it was part of her training, just like when Luke faced Vader on Dagobah. The cave she just exited showed her deepest fears, or a possible future that may may or may not actually occur. So with the promise of more Snoke, Rey's goal to get Luke back into the fight, and her also maybe even appearing before Snoke, is a Luke versus Snoke face-off viable for the second act of a trilogy. Yoda and Count Dooku faced off in the second act of the prequel trilogy and both made it to episode 3. Maybe something similar is possible here. And finally, I would like to add this last bit. Rian Johnson says Circus will deliver satisfying menace when we finally get up close and personal with the First Order's ruler. So what do you guys think? Are you disappointed that Snoke will remain CGI and that they're not going with practical effects here? Is it the right choice perhaps? It certainly gives them more options in regards to his mobility. Leave your thoughts down below, peoples. If you want to stay updated with the channel, hit that notification bell. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting the channel, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all that good stuff. And until next time, see yous.